Hello everyone, this is Captain Kyle. I'm here at Walker Stalker, North Jersey. I'm here with the amazing Tate Steinsiek. He's been on several seasons of Faceoff, and he does incredible work with makeup.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, I am only telling the truth. How are you enjoying the con?
It's fantastic as always. Walker is my favorite event by far, and just the fans are great, the crew is great, always a good time.
Glad to hear it. So, you've been to a few of these cons. I've seen you at a couple.
One or two.
Looking around, you see some people who are dressed a little bit differently than everyone else. They kind of look like either characters from The Walking Dead or even Star Wars characters or Gremlins. What do you think of these cosplayers?
Man, I have to say, I'm really into this cosplay movement that's happening. It's just propelling the art that I love so much even further. It's taken it to a mainstream status. You know, I remember 10 years ago, if you were the one dressing up in the public, you were a weirdo, and now it's like this unionized front of people. It's amazing. So I'm glad to see that the art is spreading and becoming more of a pop culture thing.
Awesome. Yeah, and the union, you got to be careful of the union.
Speaking of cosplayers, we got a little fan here.
Oh, wow, cool.
This is a cosplayer.
What is your name?
Blake.
Blake, that is an incredible costume. How did you put it together?
We actually bought this costume, and my mom did the separate makeup.
Wow, I think she's going to give Tate a run for his money.
I know, I've got some competition.
Well,
Nice to meet you, bud.
Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for appearing and dressing up so nicely.
You are welcome.
I'm going to put the cosplayer down now.
Thank you so much. They're getting younger and younger.
I know, right? I mean, pretty soon you're going to see them in a stroller with with a Carl hat on or something.
I already have.
Nice.
They're everywhere.
Amazing.
So, you do some amazing makeup.
Thank you.
Any tips for someone who's a cosplayer who wants to do makeup?
You know what? There's so many resources these days that we didn't have when you and I were young. We kind of had to beat the street and figure it out ourselves. These days you can a great resource is the Stan Winston School of Character Arts online. You can go to the website, pay a monthly fee, and you can stream unlimited videos all the way from basic sculpting through advanced animatronics. They have fabrication things so you can give yourself a complete education online these days. So YouTube, all of those things. There's some great resources that people should tap into.
Speaking of education, I understand you run classes and actually show people how to make, well, at this particular con, zombies.
Yes, I do classes. I teach workshops all over the world, FX-based workshops, and I've started doing demonstration classes here at the Walker Stalkers where I turn people into zombies, and they've been fantastic.
We're going to do a little timey-wimey thing. We're going to go to your class.
All right, let's do it. Let's go do some zombies.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Tate's 2-hour demonstration class showed the meticulous detail that goes into this level of makeup and provides a level of realism that's hard to attain. Our volunteer had been transformed into an undead creation you wouldn't want to meet in an alley, dark or light. Adding a wig completed the transformation, and after the class, Tate spoke to us about the process and materials used. So, this is an interesting piece of work, Tate. Can you describe what you did to create this wonderful beauty?
Yes. Well, this is actually a multi-piece prosthetic. Sure. This is a multi-piece, a foam latex multi-piece that we've done. So there is a prosthetic on this side, obviously, to create the swelling. There is, which wraps around the corner of the face down to, pretty much next to the mouth. Then we have this appliance over here, which pops out the skeletal anatomy, gives us a little nice wounding, and wraps into the chin. So nice and gross.
Most definitely. Yeah, you did some really nice work here. So, are there some products that you would recommend? I noticed I caught the end of your thing, and you were talking about some certain products. So, is there certain things that that people should look for if they wanted to do this on their own?
Oh, absolutely. And in fact, they can. In fact, if someone chose, they could recreate this makeup exactly. These are prosthetics from a company called RBFX. RBFX.com. Amazing company, amazing prosthetics, quality every single time. So that's what I used for the prosthetics. For the color, I used a European Body Arts alcohol palettes, and the blood is a Fleet Street dark drying blood. So these are all products you can find online. All fantastic products. Definitely worth the money.
And I also heard that you give lessons as well as, you'll do traveling lessons. How can people find out about that?
Well, I teach my own series of workshops all over the world. In fact, I'm teaching in Dublin next week, and but I do a lot of stuff stateside. If anyone's interested in seeing like the schedule for our upcoming workshops, you can go to illwilledfx.com. That's ILLWILLED FX.com.
All right, awesome. We'll just do the rest tomorrow. Thanks so much for being our model for this. What is your name?
Lua.
Lua. I have to say you look horrendous, but I think that's what we're going for.
That was the goal.
Thanks so much. That was some incredible work. Yeah, that's just amazing. That girl looks so dead.
Well, that was the point, I don't do well with making people beautiful. I can only turn back the I can only turn on the gore with these hands, so but it was fun. She was a great girl. Class went really successfully, I think.
I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so some people might think that was a beautiful zombie.
Necrophiliacs, they tend to like that look, but I like my girls a little more warmer, beating heart, that whole thing.
Yeah, I enjoy the feeling of breath that,
Exactly.
on my neck.
That doesn't smell like brains.
Yeah. Brains is really not on my menu. I can cook some things, but...
I'm right there with you, man.
Okay, so where else can people find you? I know you talked about your... what was the website again?
You can see my personal website at illwilled.com. That's ILLWILLED.com. Or you can stay up to date on where I'm teaching workshops in the world at illwilledfx.com.
All right, cool. And where are you on Twitter and Facebook? Where's your social media?
On Facebook, I have a public page, just my name, Tate Steinsiek. On Twitter, I'm illwilledfx. And Instagram, Tate Steinsiek. So you can find me on any of those and see what I'm up to.
All right, awesome. So anything that you're working on now that you can share with us? I understand about the whole NDA things, but anything that you're working on that you can share with us?
Well, my film that I directed just came out. It hit theaters last month, and so I'm glad to have that project out in the world and moving on to something new. And I have 2 films that I'm in pre-production for. One of them is called Drunk Bus, starring Rory Culkin. It's going to be insane. Some of my good friends are directing it, so I can't wait to get on that set. And then
on the bus.
On the drunk bus. I live on a drunk bus. This show is a drunk bus. No, and then I have a couple of projects that, like you said, are NDA right now, so I can't talk about them, but they're really interesting. So I've got a lot of stuff coming up. You'll see some good work this year.
All right, we're looking forward to it. Any final words to your fans before I tell them to have fun and cosplay on?
Thank you guys for the support. It's a really cool feeling to be able to be alive and respected as an artist. I don't have to go cut my ear off or die a tragic death for people to know my artwork. So thank you all for the support. Get your ass out to a walker stalker. These things are amazing.
All right, you sure you don't want to cut your ear off? That would be awesome.
Maybe, but that's why I do effects, so I don't have to go through the actual pain. So
good idea.
Cheap way out.
Well, that's all we have for now. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, have fun and cosplay on.